I'm ordering a pack of chips on Zepto and Amazon now. 6 minutes on Zepto, 6 to 7 minutes on Amazon now as well. Identical promise, pretty much. But here's something most people have forgotten. A few years ago, Amazon tried to enter fast grocery delivery in India and it never really took off. But this month, Amazon came back with its biggest quick commerce announcement yet. The company says Amazon now is expanding to over 300 cities across India, alongside a network of urban fulfillment centers, which are designed to deliver far more than just groceries in minutes. So, why is Amazon coming back again? At this time, with serious money behind it. And more importantly, how is a 13-year-old e-commerce giant competing with a company that was built from day one to do nothing but 10-minute delivery? To answer that, we need to understand what actually happens after you press buy. So, how does your order actually reach you in just under 10 minutes? The answer is something called as a dark store. Think of a dark store as a supermarket that's close to customers. There are no shopping carts, no billing counters, and no people walking through aisles. It's essentially designed for one job: fulfilling online orders as fast as physically possible. Amazon realized early on that you can't run 10-minute delivery out of its giant truck-sized fulfillment centers that power our regular Amazon orders. So Amazon now is built on 2 layers instead of 1. The first layer is the Micro Fulfillment Center, or MFC. This is Amazon's version of the dark store, typically stocking around 15,000 to 20,000 products, which is several times that of Zepto's catalog. And Amazon's deliberately not calling those dark stores. Its own teams describe them as bright, spacious, and hygienic. A direct contrast with the closed warehouse model that everyone else uses. But here's the part that's actually new and most people haven't caught up on it yet. Just this June, as part of its push to reach 300 plus cities, Amazon has introduced more than 100 urban fulfillment centers, a second logistics layer sitting above its micro fulfillment centers. These are roughly 4 times the size of an MFC, holding also 4 to 5 times more the products, which puts a single UFC's catalog somewhere around 60,000 to 1 lakh items. And the MFCs that keep handling the daily basket, they contain groceries, shampoo, baby products at full 10-minute speeds. The UFCs exist to bring in everything that an MFC is too small to stock, such as electronics, apparel, jewelry, furniture, and even musical instruments, all now riding the same 10-minute level delivery promise. Amazon calls this a hybrid model. The small stores stay fast for essentials, whereas the bigger stores become the backbone for everything else, and a fleet of purpose-built electric trucks, they shuttle the inventory between the two all day, not just overnight. Because remember, since each truck can run multiple short trips between facilities in a single day. So when you place an order, the system checks which nearby node, an MFC or a UFC, actually has the item. But Zepto is entirely different. A regular supermarket stocks tens of thousands of products. A Zepto dark store stocks roughly 2,500 to 3,000 products, and these are the things that you actually order every week. It can be milk, eggs, chips, shampoo, and this curated list means that pickers can practically memorize the entire layout and grab your items in well under a minute. These stores are placed within about 2 to 3 kilometers of dense neighborhoods. These can be high-rises, student housing, busy urban blocks, offices, and the geometry is the entire point. Short distance, fast delivery every single time. Right now, Zepto runs over 1,100 of these dark stores across India. So inside a dark store, there are 2 kinds of people making your order happen. The first kind are the pickers. They're the staff inside the store. So the moment your order hits the system, they get a digitally generated path through the aisles and they're sequenced so that they never have to backtrack to a shelf that they've already passed. Each item gets scanned against the order on a handheld device before it goes into a bag. So a wrong pick gets caught before it leaves the store and not after it reaches your door. The second kind are the delivery riders. They're these gig workers who are stationed nearby. The system tracks where every rider is in real time, and the moment your order is packed, the nearest available one gets assigned automatically. Underneath, the location software is continuously tracking hundreds of riders at the same time. It's recalculating who's actually closest every few seconds instead of relying on fixed delivery zones. Behind the scenes, machine learning models are constantly updating forecasts using things like previous purchases, the time of the day, weather, weekends, and local events, deciding what each individual dark store should stock before customers even open the app. Then the moment I pressed click to pay, something specific happened. So every time you open a product on the app, it's not pulling from one big database, it's pulling a live read from a separate inventory system in real time for that exact dark store. And look, even that product page isn't coming from one giant database either. The app pulls pricing, inventory ratings, and product information from multiple backend services at the same time and then stitches everything together in milliseconds before it reaches your screen. And one detail that matters here is that Amazon's not building this from zero. It's stacking a brand new fast layer on top of 13 years of existing Indian infrastructure. Over 100 regular fulfillment centers, sorting hubs, nearly 2,000 delivery stations, and even its own cargo flights until rail freight tie up with the Indian Railways. Zepto had to build its entire network from scratch, but Amazon's mostly extending the one it already had. So if the final delivery process is so similar, where does Amazon actually have an edge? Look, Amazon now has already crossed 50 million customers across more than 15 cities. The company says order volumes have literally doubled every quarter since its launch. It didn't need to win these customers from scratch, right? Because Prime members who have already trusted Amazon with their card details were quickly converted into quick commerce shoppers from day one. But Zepto had to earn that trust, store by store, city by city for over 4 years. Remember, Zepto also built its demand forecasting AI from the ground up on a network it owns completely. Amazon's reusing years of purchase history from its core shopping business to decide what to stock and where before Amazon Now had even launched in most of these cities. And on sourcing, right? Amazon has onboarded more than 16,000 farmers to sell fresh produce directly through sellers of the platform. It's a direct play at freshness and the price argument that quick commerce apps lean on the hardest. So we got one, a startup that's speed into a science from the ground up, but the other is a logistics giant retrofitting 13 years of its operations of experience to move to a startup speed. So the next time someone shows up at your door 10 minutes after you tap order, remember what actually happened in that window. A forecasting model that already knew you'd probably buy this, a stock count that locked the moment you paid, a picker who never backtracked even once, and a rider who was already standing by before the bag was even sealed. That's an entire supply chain compressed into the length of a couple of songs. And in software terms, every order kicks off dozens of tiny decisions across forecasting systems, inventory systems, routing engines, and dispatch algorithms, all in just a few seconds before a human has even started walking to the shelf.